Maha Cartoon TV.
The Morgue Keeper. Sometimes unknowingly we consider others responsible for those mistakes in which they are not at fault. Last year I had a mysterious meeting with one such unknown person who proved this point.
Hey brother, now by living with these dead, it seems that we all are one family.
Yes, you are right. After all, we have to take care of them like any living human being. This is from last year. I was very worried about work. One day I met Neeraj, or say, God sent him to me in the form of an angel. Because of him, I got the job of a mortician. Due to some need and some novice, I accepted to do this job. That day, as we were handling the dead bodies as usual, I heard the sound of some bells while carrying a dead body on a stretcher. Oh, what kind of voice is this? I removed the cloth lying on the corpse and saw that the corpse was of a girl. There was a glowing anklet in her legs, from which I heard the sound. But the surprising thing was that she did not look like any other corpse. The skin of the corpse should be completely dry, and also her temperature was normal instead of cold. I thought that maybe she was alive, but after reading her report kept nearby, I stopped thinking about it. Then I heard Neeraj's voice.
Anand, what are you thinking? Quickly put it in the freezer.
I didn't tell Neeraj about the corpse at that time. But if I had told him, it probably wouldn't have happened, which happened the next. Well, I carried the body on a stretcher and reached the freezer room. I used to come there often, but I was feeling scared that day. Finding an empty slot, I placed the corpse in it. As I was about to leave, I heard something. The voice broke the silence of the freezer room. The room was so big that the sound started echoing from everywhere, due to which it was hard to ascertain from where did that voice come from. I was very scared to hear all this, and I immediately ran out of the freezer room and started closing the door in a panic.
Brother, are you fine?
I told him about the voice. I thought he must have heard it too, because the sound was very loud. But on the contrary, he did not hear anything. How could it be like this? I somehow calmed down and started drinking water from a glass. Before I could think more about it, just then I saw something, due to which the glass slipped from my hand and fell on the ground. In the corner of the morgue, I saw the same girl hanging from the gallows, whose body I had kept in the freezer room. I immediately ran to her. Neeraj! Brother, come here quickly! I couldn't wait for Neeraj to come. I thought that the girl should be brought down in some way first. But as soon as I tried to hold her feet, my hands crossed her legs, as if they were not there. I tried many times, but to no avail. Then I heard the sound of Neeraj walking from behind. I turned back and was about to tell him, but the girl suddenly disappeared.
What happened? Has something gone wrong?
I did not have the answer to how that girl suddenly disappeared. I told Neeraj about it. He ignored it by saying that I am very tired, due to which I am seeing all this. But all these incidents were pointing towards some untoward incident, which I could not understand. We both went back to work. After working for a long time, suddenly I felt that there was too much silence in the morgue. I stopped for a moment and looked around, but Neeraj was not there. Neeraj! Neeraj! Brother, where are you? I did not hear any voice of Neeraj even after calling several times. I checked everywhere. Only the freezer room was left. I went inside the freezer room and started looking for Neeraj. I couldn't see anything except dead bodies. After a while, I heard the sound of someone screaming from one corner of the room. That was Neeraj's voice. I immediately started looking for him. I finally found him, but I was very shocked to see his condition. Neeraj! Neeraj's hands and feet were tied with a rope. Not only this, more than half of his body was frozen with ice. He was shivering badly due to freezing temperature. I could not understand who tied him up, because no one else was present there except us. But it was not like that. I was trying to rescue Neeraj when someone pulled me from behind.
After all, what is the hurry, huh? The game has just started.
I had never heard such a terrible voice before. Before I turned back, I heard the sound of anklets moving towards me. I turned back in fear and saw that the body of the same girl was standing in front of me. Soon she turned into a witch. With her magical power, she threw me on a raft. And due to the collision, all the dead bodies fell on me. Trapped in a pile of dead bodies, I saw that the witch pulled Neeraj towards her. I knew that something bad was about to happen. No! Please stop! Why are you doing this with us? We have not harmed you! So please leave us! The witch didn't pay attention to me. Even today, I get goosebumps remembering what she did next. Neeraj's hands and feet opened on their own. Suddenly a stretcher came in front of the witch, on which she made Neeraj lie down. Neeraj was shivering badly and apologizing to her. But perhaps the witch had no feelings and must have a merciless heart like an executioner. The witch slowly extended her hands towards Neeraj. The nails on her hand grew and became even more sharp. After that, she ripped off his chest with her fingernails. It was so terrible that I started sweating while in the freezer room. After killing Neeraj, the witch looked at me, and with her power, she threw away all the dead bodies that fell on me.
It's your turn next, Anand.
At that time, I saw that the anklets on her feet were shining very brightly. I understood that it must be special for her. I knew that I was taking a big risk of my life, but I was ready to do anything to avenge the death of Neeraj. I picked up the knife lying nearby, and while hiding it behind me with one hand, I started moving towards the witch.
You are very intelligent. You have made my work easier than before.
I was very scared at that time, due to which I lost my balance and fell down on the floor.
I don't like to wait for long.
The witch extended her hands towards me, and because of her power, I dragged on the cold floor and went straight to her feet. I saw her anklets. I understood that maybe God is also with me. Without wasting much time, I cut her anklet with a knife. The anklet's bells were filtered and scattered all around.
Stupid boy! What have you done, huh?
The witch started to suffer badly. I got up and saw that Neeraj's body was in a very bad condition, but the witch's agony could not bring her back to life. I saw a bright light emanating from inside the witch, and on seeing it, she turned into a beautiful girl, whose age was around 25 years.
Today, only because of you, I have been able to get free from this curse.
I was not able to understand anything that was happening. The girl said that her name is Menika. It was a very old incident when an exorcist wanted to marry Menika and sacrifice her so that he could become powerful. But when Menika refused him, the exorcist got angry and cursed Menika with his magical anklet that she would become a dead person, and whoever tries to cremate her, she will kill him by becoming a witch.
Due to the cremation of dead bodies in this morgue, I turned into a witch and I killed your friend. Please forgive me, if possible.
Even though I have freed her from the curse by breaking Menika's anklet, my friend would never come back now, whether I forgive him or not. But I was not able to stop the tears in my eyes. Then Menika said, while wiping them with her hand,
It's time for me to leave. I hope that the way you used to take care of my dead form, you will take care of others in the same way.
Saying this, Menika slowly disappeared from there, but I still remember her last words, which respected the work of my mortician.
If you enjoyed this video, do like, share and comment, and to be the first person to watch our videos, make sure to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for timely notifications.